It was 1993, and Ken had just started a new job in Washington, D.C. Ken said, while it paid well and gave me some prestige, it really was a miserable job. My boss in New York was a real tyrant. Also, at the same time, Ken continued, so many of my friends were either getting sick or dying from AIDS. That was an epidemic at the time. One particular morning in January, after all the holiday decorations had come down, it was bitterly cold outside. Ken had to go to a business meeting. But before he left, he got a call from his boss who was angry about something. Ken also got a call from a friend who revealed to him that he was also dying from AIDS. So Ken was walking down Wisconsin Avenue coming back from his appointment that also didn't go well. And Ken said, I was really feeling miserable. I just didn't understand the purpose of life at that point. The sidewalks were all very busy, so Ken was walking on the outside curb of the sidewalk. As he was walking, a city bus came along. It came so close to him that Ken could feel it brush the right arm of his coat. Ken said, suddenly, an idea came to me. And that idea was that I could wait on the next bus and just lean a little further out, and that bus could take me out of all this misery. And just as I had that thought, he continued, I looked up, and in the oncoming group of people on the left-hand side of the sidewalk, there was this one woman. It seemed she quite deliberately looked right at me. She sought out my eyes, and when she caught them, she just gave me this beautiful, wonderful smile. She didn't say anything to me, Ken said. She just smiled at me. And that one smile was enough to keep me going and keep me moving forward that day. Ken said that woman reminded him, no matter how horrible things felt, there was still room to hope. Soon after, Ken quit his job in D.C., moved to Florida, and eventually became a minister, a job he loves and uses to provide hope to others, as that one wonderful woman on a street in Washington, D.C. on a cold January day had done for him when she decided to smile at him. This story is to remind us, A, how easy it is to save a life, and B, how often, in the distraction of our own self-absorption, we neglect to do the easy thing. One action, as easy as smiling, making a warm connection, human to human, soul to soul, if even for only a fraction of a second. That one action, you just never know. It just might save a life, and it sure will enhance yours. So today, let's all of us throw out those human lifelines. Make connections with your eyes and a big warm smile. Set a goal, maybe 10, maybe a dozen. If we all do it, we will touch the lives of several million people. Together, we're bound to save a life, or 2, or 10. So practice with me now. Smile. Wonderful. Take that out into the streets, out into the hallways, out into the parking lots, and out to the Zoom rooms with you today. And tell us what your goal number is today. How many people will you catch their eyes and smile warmly at today? Tell us that in the comments below. Happy Friday, everyone. A priest and a rabbi were sitting in adjacent seats on an airplane. After a while, the priest turned to the rabbi and asked, is there still a requirement of your faith that you not eat pork? The rabbi responded, yes, that is still one of our laws. The priest then asked, have you ever eaten pork? Yes, on one occasion I did succumb to temptation and ate a bacon sandwich. The priest nodded, understanding, and went on with his reading. A while later, the rabbi spoke and asked, Father, is it still a requirement of your church that you remain celibate? The priest replied, yes, that is still very much a part of our faith. The rabbi then asked him, Father, have you ever fallen to the temptation of the flesh? The priest replied, yes, Rabbi, on one occasion I was weak and broke the pledge of my faith. The rabbi nodded, understandingly, remained silent for several minutes. Finally, the rabbi quietly observed, probably beats the hell out of a bacon sandwich. All right, you know, I get sick and tired of millennials and their attitudes, always walking around like they rent the place. That one hit a little close to home, like your parents' house. But at least they say that the next recession won't be so bad because no one is worried about people jumping out of the basement windows. Oh, don't get your hair all twisted up in a man bun. I'm just gassing you up here, Felicia. We're all adulting here. You yeet? So my 7-year-old nephew showed me with pride the telephone he had just made from a string and 2 tin cans. I pulled out my iPhone and I said, "That's nice, but look what your kids your age are making in China." My niece, on the other hand, she told me that she identifies as chocolate. So her pronouns are now her, she. Have a great weekend, everyone. See you on the flip side.